All right, so let's dive into some seriously cool AI news. Straight from OpenAI's 12 Days of OpenAI series over on YouTube. It was like an advent calendar, but instead of chocolate, we got a daily dose of AI developments.
Yeah, what's fascinating here is how OpenAI is really making these powerful models accessible to everyone, not just developers. They're bridging the gap between this complex AI and everyday use, which could change how we work and learn and create.
Totally.
Okay.
Okay, first up is something that caught my attention. You can now talk to ChatGPT on your phone. And I don't mean like through an app.
Oh,
They've set up an actual number you can call, like old school style.
wow.
And get this, they even showed it working on a flip phone and a rotary phone.
Really? That's amazing. This accessibility is key, breaking down those barriers, showing that even someone with a basic phone can tap into the power of AI. Think about the implications for global access to information and support. It's huge.
Right. And it's not just about calling either. They're also making it possible to message ChatGPT on WhatsApp.
Oh, interesting.
So even if you don't have a strong data connection, you can still get directions, translate languages, or even find a recipe, all with ChatGPT.
Using WhatsApp is incredibly smart. It's a platform billions of people already use. There's no need to download a new app or learn a new interface. They're weaving AI right into the fabric of our digital lives.
It's mind-blowing. Okay, next up we have Canvas, which is a whole new feature within ChatGPT. It's like this collaborative workspace where you can work on writing and coding projects alongside the AI.
Oh, that sounds cool.
Yeah.
Canvas really changes the game for those creative and technical workflows. Having the AI right there with you, providing real-time feedback and suggestions, makes the process so much more dynamic and efficient. Imagine bouncing ideas off of ChatGPT as you write a story, or having it help you debug code as you go.
And it's not limited to just text. You can actually execute code directly within Canvas and see the output.
Wow.
They showed examples of using it for everything from storytelling and essay writing to code debugging and creating data visualizations.
It's not just about individual tasks. It's about supporting entire projects from start to finish.
Exactly. This brings us to some really exciting news. OpenAI has been working on making the actual ChatGPT models even smarter. They've introduced a new model series called O1,
Oh, yeah.
and it supposedly thinks before it responds, leading to more detailed and accurate answers.
So the big leap here is in reasoning capabilities. O1 isn't just spitting out text. It's actually processing information, understanding context, and then formulating a more thoughtful response. It's getting closer to making AI interactions feel more human-like.
And it's not just thinking smarter. O1 can now process images.
Really?
They showed this demo where they fed it a hand-drawn diagram of a theoretical data center, in space.
Wow.
And O1 was able to figure out how big the cooling panel would need to be. Pretty amazing, right?
That's incredible. That's a game changer. Imagine an AI that can interpret visual data, combine it with text, and generate deeper insights and solutions. The possibilities are pretty much endless.
Absolutely. Now, for those who are really pushing the limits of ChatGPT, there's ChatGPT Pro, a new subscription tier offering unlimited access to models, including a special Pro mode for O1.
This seems targeted at professionals and enthusiasts who need that extra power.
Right.
Pro mode allowing for even more complex problem solving, tackling things that might have been impossible before.
And for all the developers out there, customization is getting a serious upgrade. They're introducing something called reinforcement fine-tuning, or RFT for short,
Okay.
which allows developers to tailor O1 models for very specific tasks and domains.
So RFT is like teaching a dog new tricks. You give the model a task, and when it does it well, you reward it. Over time, it learns to perform even highly specialized tasks with incredible accuracy.
They even partnered with a researcher studying rare genetic diseases. They used RFT to fine-tune O1 to help identify potential genetic causes based on symptoms.
That's amazing. It's incredible how AI can be used to address such complex, real-world problems. This isn't just science fiction anymore. This collaboration highlights the real-world impact of RFT. By customizing the model with specialized knowledge, they significantly improved its accuracy in diagnosing rare diseases, which could lead to faster treatment and better outcomes for patients.
It's really impressive.
Yeah.
Now hold on tight, because OpenAI didn't stop there. They also announced two new frontier models, O3 and O3 Mini.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
These models represent the cutting edge of OpenAI's research.
They are.
And while they're not publicly available yet, they are being offered for public safety testing,
Right.
which shows their commitment to responsible AI development.
Absolutely. O3 is apparently a beast when it comes to coding.
Mm-hmm.
even outperforming previous models on the challenging ARC challenge, which tests how well AI can solve complex reasoning problems.
It's really interesting to see them tackling these complex challenges and making progress.
Yeah. And then there's O3 Mini, which is all about efficiency.
Right.
It achieves better performance than O1 Mini, but at a fraction of the cost.
This focus on both performance and efficiency is critical. O3 shows the potential of raw processing power, while O3 Mini highlights how important optimization and accessibility are as these models become more complex.
Okay, last but not least for this part of our deep dive, they've added a new feature to ChatGPT called projects.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's like, imagine setting up a dedicated workspace within ChatGPT for each of your projects. You can upload relevant files, set custom instructions, and access features like search and Canvas all within that project. It's like having a personal AI assistant for each of your endeavors.
Oh, that's really helpful. So it's like a super organized, hyper-focused way to use ChatGPT. It's clear that OpenAI has been incredibly busy.
They have.
It's been a whirlwind of announcements. They're pushing the limits of what's possible with AI, and they're doing it at a breakneck pace. It's remarkable.
It really is.
Yeah, it really has been impressive. And you know what stands out to me is how OpenAI isn't just focused on the technology itself. They're also thinking deeply about the implications of these advancements.
It's like they're trying to strike that balance between pushing the boundaries and making sure it's done responsibly.
Exactly. They're engaging with ethical questions, working with researchers and experts, and focusing on making AI accessible to everyone.
Okay, so shifting gears a bit, they also revealed some pretty cool new ways to interact with ChatGPT, like their version of a voice assistant.
Right. They call it advanced voice mode. And it's essentially ChatGPT, but you interact with it using your voice. It uses OpenAI's advanced speech recognition and natural language processing to provide a more natural and intuitive way to get things done.
And it's not just about asking questions either. You can compose emails, translate languages, even generate creative content, all with voice commands.
This hands-free interaction opens up so many possibilities, especially for accessibility. It could be a game changer for people who have difficulty typing or who just prefer a more natural way to communicate.
And get this, they've already integrated advanced voice mode into their Mac desktop app. You can use voice commands to interact with ChatGPT while you're working on your computer. Imagine dictating emails or generating code or even researching, all without touching your keyboard.
This integration with the desktop app highlights how AI is becoming more embedded in our everyday work. It's all about making us more efficient and productive by seamlessly weaving AI assistants into our workflows.
They're even working on adding video and screen sharing capabilities to advanced voice mode. Think about having video calls with ChatGPT or having it troubleshoot tech issues by looking at your screen.
Adding video and screen sharing takes this beyond a simple voice assistant. It becomes much more collaborative, almost like having an AI colleague working alongside you.
And since it's the holiday season, they launched a fun little feature called Santa Mode.
Oh, really?
It's advanced voice mode, but with a Santa Claus voice.
That's fun.
I tried it out, and it's hilarious. You can ask Santa all sorts of questions, and he answers in his jolly voice. They even programmed him to tell some pretty cheesy Christmas jokes.
That's great. It's a lighthearted way to introduce people to the idea of voice interaction. Makes the technology feel less intimidating and more approachable.
Speaking of making AI more approachable, what about the developers who are building on top of OpenAI's technology?
Right. They haven't forgotten about their developer community at all. They've been busy improving your API, releasing new tools, and giving developers more customization options. They even dedicated a whole dev day to showcase these updates.
One of the coolest announcements was preference fine-tuning, which lets developers tailor models to better align with specific preferences.
Preference fine-tuning is a big step forward for model customization. It allows developers to go beyond just generating text. Now they can train models to generate text that adheres to specific guidelines and preferences, creating AI assistants specialized for particular tasks or industries.
They even gave an example of a company building an AI assistant for financial analysts. They used preference fine-tuning and trained the model to rewrite user queries to be more concise and relevant to financial data.
That's a great example of how this technology can be used to create highly specialized tools.
Exactly. They also announced new SDKs, basically toolkits for developers for Go and Java.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, making it even easier for developers to integrate OpenAI's technology into their projects regardless of their preferred programming language.
Expanding their SDK support is a smart move. It shows OpenAI's dedication to building a diverse and inclusive developer ecosystem. By offering tools for multiple programming languages, they're opening the door for even more developers to get involved.
And remember those new frontier models O3 and O3 Mini that aren't publicly available yet? Well, they're allowing researchers to apply for early access to test them for safety and security.
That's incredibly important, especially as these models become more powerful. By involving external experts in the safety testing process, OpenAI is demonstrating their commitment to responsible AI development. It's all about identifying and mitigating potential risks before these models are released to the public.
It's like a beta test, but for AI safety. It shows they're taking this seriously.
This commitment to transparency and collaborations sets a really positive example for the whole AI industry. It shows they're prioritizing safety and ethical considerations alongside technological advancements.
So far, we've covered a ton of ground, from talking to ChatGPT on our phones, to using Canvas for collaborative projects, to exploring advanced voice mode, and the potential of the new frontier models. OpenAI has been busy.
It's been a whirlwind of activity for sure. But what's really striking is not just the pace of innovation, but the thoughtfulness behind it.
It's like they're not just throwing new tech out there without thinking about the consequences. They're thinking about the ethical implications, the safety concerns, and the accessibility. It's pretty remarkable.
Absolutely, and that's what makes this so exciting. OpenAI is pushing the boundaries of what's possible while also recognizing the responsibility that comes with it. They're working to democratize AI, bringing it out of the research labs and into the hands of everyday people.
It's an incredible time to be witnessing this. It feels like we're on the cusp of something truly transformative.
Yeah, it does feel like we're at a turning point, right?
Yeah.
With all these developments, it's hard not to get excited.
It's definitely exciting, but it's important to remember that these developments are just part of a larger trend.
Right.
AI is advancing at an incredible pace, and it's only going to get faster from here.
Because like we're on this curve, and things are moving so fast.
Exactly. And with that rapid progress comes a responsibility to make sure AI is developed and used ethically and safely.
Right.
OpenAI seems to be really aware of this, especially with all their work on safety testing and their research into alignment techniques and their efforts to make AI accessible.
It seems like they're really trying to find that balance, pushing the limits, but also being mindful of the risks.
It's a difficult balance to strike, but it's essential.
Huh.
The decisions we make today about AI will have a big impact on the future. Absolutely. So as we look ahead to the new year with all this swirling around us, it really begs the question, what does this all mean for us, for our lives for the future?
That's the big question, isn't it? These tools are so powerful and have the potential to change our world. It's exciting and a little scary to think about.
It really is. It's like we're at the edge of this uncharted territory, and we have the power to shape it.
It's a really unique moment in history. We have this incredible technology, and it's up to us to use it wisely.
Well, I think it's time to wrap up our deep dive into OpenAI's 12 days of OpenAI. It's given us a lot to think about.
It really has. From talking to ChatGPT on our phones to using Canvas and exploring these new models and voice interaction, it's been an incredible journey.
We've covered so much, and it's clear that OpenAI is at the forefront of making AI more accessible and customizable. Who knows what they'll come up with next?
One thing's for sure, the world of AI is evolving quickly. It's going to be fascinating to see what happens next.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. Until next time, keep exploring and keep learning.
Stay curious.